Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void for your Sunday. I figured we'd take a look at the ZVZ situation here in 2025, and what better way to do that than by watching Reynor and Serral. Top right, it is Reynor extractor tricking. Bottom left, Serral also extractor tricking, both to get 15 supply out of 14 to start the game. And the new patch change ZVZ? Let's find out. Is it going to be Roaches and Ravagers? Going to be a Ling Lurker Hydra in the late game? Can we get to the late game in this game? I do not know. I have not watched it. But let's find out and see what's going on here anyway. We've got ourselves a hatch first at 15 supply for both players. Both players mirroring each other successfully. 16 hatch. My apologies. It is a 16 hatch here at 46 seconds. So early with the extractor trick and the 275 cost hatch. Good stuff, man. That change certainly altered the early game for most matchups, especially the ones involving Zerg. But yeah, good times here. These players have played against each other approximately 37,000 times on the ladder, in tournaments, big tournaments, little tournaments, meaningless ladder games. Both players know how each other play. And ZVZ has been described as a knife fight in a phone booth, especially when there are Lings and Banelings versus Lings and Banelings, which is why sometimes you wall off and say, we're going to skip that Ling-Baneling shenaniganry and go right to Roaches. Banelings are not good against them. Sometimes they are. You can soften up Roaches for your Roaches to kill the other Roaches. I'm going to stop saying Roaches because that's going to go ahead and summon Roaches, which I do not like in ZVZ. But again, Roach versus Roach, man. If the other player is going Roaches, you pretty much have to go Roaches until they get to Lurkers. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Again, just a mirrored production tab here. Look at this. Oh, never mind. Couple sets of Lings here from Serral. Mixing it up. All right. Reynor says, who needs Zerglings? Let's make queens. I know Serral won't rush me. And Serral says, what if I make a lot of Lings right now? What will you do? And Reynor's like, I'd probably die, I guess. Probably die? But Serral is not known for Ling all-ins, and Ling all-ins are fairly easy to hold in ZVZ, especially if you scout them. And scouting is not hard to do if you have an Overlord, man. There is no mid-game or early-game unit that can go out on the middle of the map here and chase down Overlords. On creep, yes, but middle of the map, no. So Overlords on the waypoints here and thoroughfares can see, hey, look, there are Lings. Okay, we've got a Baneling nest helping to wall off of the natural base. We have our own Lings now. So yeah, that's why early all-ins, especially against somebody like Reynor or Serral, are not very good. We've got third hatches here from both players. And who's going to make a Roach Warren first? And both players walling off with a Baneling nest. Okay, so we've got ourselves a knife fight and a phone booth situation here now from both players. Ling says, hey, look, it's a third base. Overlord says, hey, look, it's a third base. This Ling is getting a scout off, not into the main base, but I guess checking the gas. No gas at the natural base. One gas. Fully saturated here inside the main base. And then an evolution chamber back behind the natural mineral line. And a Roach Warren from Serral. Haha! Told you, man. Told you we were going to see somebody make a Roach Warren. And look! Reynor walling off with a Roach Warren. Haha! So here we go. We've got Roach Ling Baneling versus Roach Ling Baneling. Here at least in the mid-game in this ZVZ. Creep spread in for Reynor. Serral says, nah, no creep spread for me, thank you very much. That is a personal choice in ZVZ. Because creep spread helps the other Zerg too. And one Baneling and several Lings here trying to take down the third base of Serral. Reynor says, okay, fair enough, we've got a Queen. Queen can snipe down the Baneling, and then bam, your plan is finished. Reynor. Queens poking at Overlords. Has anything died yet? 2 Lings and 1 Ling. Hooray! Something has died in the first 4.5 minutes of this ZVZ. That makes me feel wonderful. Roaches in production for Reynor. No Roaches in production from Serral, though. He already has 8. So fair enough indeed. Oh my gosh. All right, so micro-intensive as this is, right now 700 APM from Reynor, about 300 from Serral. 36 to 36 army supply, but Reynor has a worker lead here. So if he successfully defends, and it shouldn't be hard to do because he has army supply lead as well, but Ling's inside your main base. Oh, no drones going down there. Excellent micro then by our guy Reynor. And Rocha's going home. Rocha's going home. Reynor defended too well. And slow banelings chasing speedlings on creep. Good stuff, man. Cutting off the... there we go. Getting a baneling connection, and the Serral's are dead. Oh, man. Good stuff. So, a Lair coming up from Reynor. He is now at an army supply deficit, and 2 worker supply lead here from Reynor. Income advantage spiking towards Serral and then coming up to Reynor there because of the drone pull when those lings showed up. But got a +1 carapace on the evolution chamber here from Serral and a +1 attack here on the evolution chamber from Reynor. So again, in ZVZ, there is a lot of choice, a lot of preference being taken into account when you're in a ZVZ at this high level. But it pretty much evens out here. Lings did get a drone. Reynor's Ling did get a drone here at the 3rd base from Serral. We've got Ravagers now from Serral. Ravagers in the back, Roaches in the front. A super, super potent combination that has been here in ZVZ ever since the Ravager was introduced in the Legacy of the Void expansion back in 2015, folks. It's been 10 years since the Legacy of the Void was released. Are you kidding me? All right, so Baneling, Ling, Roach, Ravager. No Ravagers here from Reynor. Just more and more Roaches. Ground Carapace finishing, and Ground Carapace timing attack here from Serral. And we do have 1 Ravager here from Reynor. Fair enough, dude. Baneling slipping on by and crashing into whatever here. Again, bruising up these Roaches and helping Serral's Roaches to win the fight here. But nice concave from Reynor. +1 missile attack, not quite done. +1 carapace again done from Serral, but sometimes upgrades are not enough to win it here. Just sheer number of Roaches here in favor of Reynor. We've got 24 to 5 right now, and Reynor shoves back Serral. Glial reconstitution from Reynor now. No Glial here from Serral. If your opponent doesn't have speed, you do not need speed either, I guess, is how this goes. Come on, first person to make a hive. Serral making a lair at this stage of the game. And Ling run by. No, Roaches inside the door. We saw you. We saw you coming, Serral. We know how you like to do Ling run bys around this time of the game. And bam, right here, blocking it very well. So Glial reconstitution finishing Serral lair. Not quite done here yet, so we cannot make Glial reconstitution. So it's going to be speed Roaches versus slow Roaches. 104 army supply from Reynor. 78 from Serral. And again, Roaches blocking the door. Serral's like, come on, man. Let me inside your main base. Let me scout. Getting a surround on Roaches and Ravagers is a good thing for Zerglings, especially if they have a Carapace upgrade, especially if they have a +1 melee upgrade. But again, not very popular here. Counterattack by Reynor. He's got speed. He can chase down these Roaches. Spine Crawlers doing what they can here against these Roaches. Reinforcements coming in from Reynor from the top right side of the map. And 76 armor supply from Serral. He should defend at this stage. +1 missile attack, not quite done here from Serral, but again, sometimes you have just enough to overcome the upgrade disadvantage you are at in a StarCraft 2 match, especially in a mirror, and Reynor is forced to go home. That was a kill attack by Reynor. 4th base, following it up. He's like, huh, didn't kill Serral with that one this time. All right, fair enough. Got a Spire here from Reynor. I like a sneaky Spire. Where is it? Oh, he's hiding it in his natural base behind the extractor, hoping Serral doesn't scout that thing out. I don't think Serral's going to get in there and scout it. I think you're good. I think you're good, Reynor. A Muta Tech Switch against Roach Ravager can be pretty damaging. They can snipe down everything. They can snipe down Roaches. They're really good at killing Ravagers because these guys are squishy boys, especially if they're injured. And, no, he's going to see it. He's going to get in there with the Overseer. Changeling sees it. He sees the Spire with a Changeling. Killer. Killer plays. Loving that. Corrosive Bile dodge. No! Overlord down. Fourth base from Serral coming in about the same time as Reynor's. No big deal there. Resources lost. 7,600 from Reynor. 6,800 from Serral. Both players working on a +2 missile attack upgrade. Reynor's is ahead. And a Hydra Den in response to the fact that there are Mutalisks from Serral. I like it. I like the game of cat and mouse we're seeing here. Both players at about 165 supply. Nobody feels super comfortable about maxing out quite yet. And yeah, adding Hydras into your comp. Being protected by Roaches and Ravagers. When Mutas come in to try to snipe your dudes, Hydras are really good anti-air. They're pretty squishy. So if there are enough Mutas, they kind of just burn the Hydras down. But if you have enough Hydras, then the Mutas can't close the distance, even to attack you with their minimal attack distance, and then you're good to go. And you can make Hydras faster than Mutas because Hydras are cheaper than Mutas. So here we go, swinging down. Reynor maxed out. It is a +2 missile attack. Timing from him. Game hard interface tells us we got that +2 missile attack coming in. Got a Hydra range upgrade. Mutas do force Overlords to get out of the other side of the map. It's hard to have vision on this side of the map when Mutas are out. So this Overseer is like, I must scout one more time into this base. Saturated? Not really. How about Serral's fourth base? Also not really saturated. Reynor's got a better economy and about the same size of army. But he doesn't have her Hydras in the back, providing a lot of damage here. Where are the Mutalisks? I don't know. They're going back home. I don't think they want to engage with these Hydras, but yeah, pretty much. The ZVZ. This is what we came here for. Come in, attack each other. Corrosive Biles get launched. Back out so the Corrosive Biles don't hit you. And rinse and repeat ad nauseum. I do know some Latin phrases, but only the ones that are popular in English already. Mutas chasing down Overlords. They're really not involved in this engagement whatsoever. I don't think Reynor wants to go home. Serral chases a little bit and then is like, nah, whatever. We're good. We're totally... No, Serral's like, dude, you're running? Can I win this? He's got an upgrade advantage. He's got a +1 Carapace upgrade and a +2 missile attack, and Reynor only has the +2 missile attack. Hydra's taking Overlords down, supply blocking Reynor. Serral is supply blocked, but only because he's at 200 supply with 200 available. Reynor, wow, he's got 200 supply and 176 available, which is a weirder place to be, but you still have a maxed out army, so, Anyway, yeah, Carapace upgrade helping a lot here. Reynor's trying to get that Carapace upgrade out. He's trying to engage without it. Corrosive Bile, ba-ba-bam, and a Concave. The 2 C's here from Serral. That's how you keep it Zergit Bay. Put them in Concave. Put a Corrosive Bile up, and you'll be a pretty happy camper. Bam. Sniped. Beautifully sniped. I mean, this is just... Oh, Burrow and Tunneling Claws from Serral. It heals up your Roaches, and you can be sneaky with them. The health regen of Roaches was nerfed like 5 or 6 patches ago now, which I think was dumb, because the only time you really saw it used was against other Zerg players. So it's not like somebody was getting an unfair advantage because a Roach regen when burrowed was too fast. I disagree with that change to this day. I think ZVZs back in the day when you had Roaches running behind mineral lines, snipe, 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 burrow, snipe, 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 burrow, all right? It was so annoying to deal with, and then they nerfed the regen, and every Zerg was like, oh, I guess that's not a good strategy anymore, and they stopped doing it, and I'm like, aw, I thought it was fun. I thought it made ZVZ pretty entertaining, and now we just have big balls of balls right now, although... Here we go. A little bit. Sort of. Okay, not working particularly well because there is defense here, but you know what I mean. Serral's got a better economy. He's got a bigger army. Upgrade advantage is even at this stage. +2 Grand Carapace is finishing up from Serral, though. He's going to have an advantage here soon. Okay, here we go. Reynor says, all right, it's time for late game play. Let's get a Lurker Den. Hydra Lurker Viper. It makes Roaches ridiculously out of date when Hydra Lurker Viper shows up. Roaches cannot engage into Lurkers at all because Lurkers do bonus damage to armored and Roaches are. It's like Roaches engaging into tanks or Immortals or Stalkers. It's just really bad most of the time. Still trying to get some work done over here, but these Roaches are just going to die. I don't know. I don't know what you're all about, guys. First of all, are making connections every once in a while, which is fun, I suppose. Man, Seismic Spine's on the way from Serral. He's got a lurker den, too. Let's go, ZVZ. Okay, so, I don't know. I guess the patch hasn't really changed much here. I guess Serral being a little bit exciting over here, harassing, but Reynor's got a defensive unit ready to rock if that happens again. Serral getting a 5th base up the left side. I'm not sure Reynor has any room to do that. Nidus is interesting, though. I'm always a fan of a Nidus. Roaches. Serral has that upgrade advantage with the +2 Carapace, but numbers mean a lot. Here we go. Oh, crap. The lurkers are here before Reynor was ready for his own lurkers. Oh, he's building them. Are they ready to go or not? No, he cancels his own lurkers. No, he was too late. Is that it? He was just too late on his lurkers, and now he's going to die? Oh, my gosh. 131 to 114 supply. There is no answer to lurkers if you don't have your own lurkers. Oh, man. I think Reynor might have just lost it. He's going to counterattack. He's like, oh. Let's pick off reinforcing hiders on the way down the map. This is actually free kills. This is huge. But all the bases of Reynor are dying simultaneously. That's not ideal. One base of Serral's will die, but I think he's okay with that. Actually, is he successfully defending here? No, not really. Okay, cool. So 185 to 137 supply. This is the strategy Falcon likes to do when he meets an army he can't deal with. Counterattack! Go try to kill bases, win the game that way. But look how much blinking red there is up on this side of the map. Reynor's losing everything. And yeah, Serral lost a base. And Serral might lose maybe another base. Yeah, he's going to do that. But everything Reynor has is dead. It is a base race, but it is a base race that Reynor cannot win. Look at this building difference. What's left for Serral? All that. What's left for Reynor? An infestation pit, a lurker den, and a hydra den? So yeah, worst base race of all time. Reynor just did not get his lurkers out in time. Serral snuck them in on him. And I mean, it's a slow death on these buildings, but it's a death on these buildings. And gun. We're done. What the? Where are you building a hatch? You sneaky son of a gun. Oh, right here. And he's defending it with lurkers? Hold on a second. No, lurkers. Ah, he held position on the lurkers. Oh, GG's out. Yeah. Did you see that? The lurker spines did not engage when the roaches were in range because Serral was... God, what do you do in StarCraft 2 to hold that? Hold position or you spam S so they don't attack. But watch. These guys come up here. They don't have detection with them. Well, they do, but not in time. And then the lurkers... Now they unleash. That is such a brutal play. And that's what makes him tap out. So GG, man. Woo! Got exciting there for a while. Okay, why is this game still running? Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's a GG. Why is there still sound? I don't know. Resources lost 31,000 to 23,000. Reynor lost more, especially over the last 5 minutes there. So that's a good game. Holy smokin' Zola, guys. We're looking at one heck of a match. Good ZVZ. It was. We had the Ling Banes. We had the Roaches. We had the Ravagers. We had Lurkers. We had Mutas. We had Hydras. We had Baneley connections. We had Burrowed Roach shenaniganry. It was a lot of fun. I think Serral just kept Reynor occupied with the Burrow Roach stuff and then snuck the Lurker stuff in behind. I didn't notice the Lurkers were there either until they were there. And yeah, just 55 drones died, 46 drones died. A lot of that was the base trade at the end. Not really not like a good representation of how many workers died when the game really was happening. But yeah, good game. That was a lot of fun for your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it was a 17-minute game, but ZVZs are fast. They're so fast sometimes. You know, tier 3 shenaniganry in 17 minutes in a ZVZ. Can't argue with it. So that is going to be it for me today for a Sunday. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.